The grave is the first step of the hereafter. For the righteous, it is a garden from the gardens of paradise. For the sinful, a pit from the pits of hell. The Prophet Muhammad vividly described various punishments awaiting those who disobeyed Allah's commands. These are not just stories, these are real consequences, as described in Authentic Hadith. The Prophet describes the grave as either a garden from the gardens of paradise or a pit from the pits of hell. One of the punishments for the sinful is the constriction of the grave. The walls of the grave close in, pressing the ribs against each other, causing immense discomfort and pain. Two angels come to the person and ask three questions. Who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is the man who was sent amongst you? If they fail to answer, a caller from the heaven proclaims, he has lied, so spread a bed for him from hell, clothe him from hell, and open for him a door into hell. The grave then compresses with such force that his ribs interlock and press against each other, causing immense pain. Additionally, a blind and deaf person with an iron hammer is appointed to strike him. The blow is so powerful that if it were to strike a mountain, it would turn to dust. The person screams so loudly that everything can hear except humans and jinns. For the disbeliever and hypocrite who cannot answer the grave's questions, the punishment is severe. The Prophet said, then he will be hit with iron hammers once, that he will send such a cry as everything near to him will hear, except jinns and human beings. The force of the blow is so intense that it would turn a mountain to dust. Those who learn the Qur'an but did not act upon its teachings are severely punished. In a vision, the Prophet saw a man whose head was being crushed with a rock repeatedly. The stone would roll away, and by the time the man came back, his head was restored, only to be struck again. This cycle continues without end. Those who engage in adultery or unlawful relations are tormented in a massive oven-like pit. The flames rise and burn them, causing them to scream and suffer in pain. When the flames subside, they sink back, only for the flames to rise again, continuing the endless cycle. Allah has forbidden the consumption of interest, yet many still indulge in it. The Prophet described their punishment in a dream. They are seen swimming in a river of blood. Every time they try to escape, they are pelted with stones and pushed back to where they started. For those who spread lies, falsehood, and rumors, the punishment is severe. The Prophet saw a person being tortured in the grave. A hook was driven into the side of his mouth, tearing it to the back of his head. As soon as he healed, the process was repeated over and over again. The angels explained, this is the punishment for the liar who spread falsehoods. These descriptions serve as a stern reminder to adhere to Allah's commands and live a righteous life. The Prophet said, when a person is placed in his grave, two angels come to him and ask, who is your Lord? What is your religion? Who is your prophet? If he answers correctly, his grave becomes spacious and filled with light. If he fails, it becomes tight and full of darkness. May Allah protect us all from the punishments of the grave and grant us steadfastness and faith. Ameen. If you found this video helpful, consider subscribing and sharing it with others. Your support helps us grow. Jazakallah khair and see you in the next one.